Hey there, observers!
This is Town Observer again with the observation with the boys.
Observations with the boys. We the boys.
With the
And
boys,
these are
that's it.
some observations.
Yeah, let's say we have some observations. So, yeah, this is
Vincent and
Joey, Joseph, or Joe.
whatever.
Whatever you want to call me, yeah.
He's a
Joseph.
dude with a name.
That's right, Joe.
All right.
Jane.
And we are here with a special Christmas episode.
Right. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
We're fortunate to be here in Taiwan, all sound and safe. A lot of people around the world are not as fortunate as us, so we're definitely gonna have some nice Merry Christmas here, and we're wishing you all the best.
Merry Christmas! So, first up today, guys, observations with the boys, we're going to be talking about memes. We've got our friend over at Ni How's It Going. He's got a lot of memes that he's churning out on the daily.
That's right, yeah. Thomas Swinburne, you probably all know him. And how's it going? He's got a Facebook fan page. He's got quite a big reach, big following. A lot of people call him Mosey. And he churns out a lot of memes. One of my favorite memes that he made in the past, or is still out there, is this one. I'm not sure what movie actually this comes from. Do you know this actor? Who's that?
Yeah, this is Robert Downey Jr. I'm not sure what movie it is, but Robert Downey Jr. here.
Yeah.
And then he's, when you lose your wallet on the MRT, but you remember you live in Taiwan. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, guys. So very quickly, for those of you that don't live in Taiwan, MRT is like the underground or subway system. In Hong Kong, it's called MTR. So like very often, guys, when you coming back from all night banda or whatever, it happens to you that you lose something on the train, and then in Taiwan, we are lucky enough that when that happens, we realize that we live in Taiwan and there are massive chances of this actually coming back to us. And just recently there was a story on one of the foreigners groups, foreign society in Taiwan. There was a person that lost his wallet, and then next day, actually a few hours after, somebody was calling him, and it was actually the bank that was having his credit cards, that was providing him his credit cards, and they said that somebody found his credit cards. Then he realized that actually the whole wallet was gone. So then next day he met up with the guy that found his wallet and returned his wallet to him. So like Taiwan is such a great place full of so genuine people that there are very big chances that whenever you lose something, this will come back to you. And I heard stories when somebody lost their cell phone, left their cell phone on a taxi. Cell phone got returned to them, not only like with everything on it, but it was actually charged. Yeah, so like
that's so nice of the taxi driver to do that.
Yeah, but then big shout out to Ni How's It Going. Ni How's It Going has so many memes, and what is amazing about this dude, yeah, Thomas Mosey, yeah, it was recently on the radio, ICRT radio in Taiwan. What's amazing that he branches into Mandarin, and now he's like half or a lot in Mandarin, and he like bridges gap between the foreign community and Taiwanese speaking community. I mean, the Taiwanese community that speaks Mandarin. So that's pretty good. Good job, and power to him. Well done.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about when I've lost something. So I was literally on the MRT one day. This is when I first started dating my wife. We've been married 5 years now, and basically on one of our first dates, Joseph, I left like a idiot. I left my backpack with my laptop, a bunch of other things in it, and I left it on the train. And then we spent the rest of the date trying to figure out how to get this laptop and this bag back. And actually, we went to the Lost and Found, and they gave us like a number, and they said, hey, if we find your bag, we'll give you a call. So then the next day, we got a call back from the MRT Lost and Found, and they were like, hey, we've got your bag. So I said, oh, amazing. I go down and the day after that because they said they were almost closed anyway when they called us. And anyway, I went down there. I found the bag. Everything's still in it. Not even a
Wow.
paper out of place. Laptop there, my schoolwork there. Everything I needed. At the time, I was studying Mandarin, so I had some papers and things and textbooks. And hey, obviously, someone found the bag and said, "Hey, this must be some student's bag." And gave it to the lost and found.
Yeah.
And I guess the laptop wasn't valuable enough for them to take.
Yeah, obviously,
But
yeah.
that's
I
what's
mean,
great about Taiwan. People don't. There's not this poverty, so a lot of the time.
I would actually put up an argument that people that found it will probably make a use of it, but like there is this honesty here in Taiwan between people that like they will just give it back to you. And we're having conversations about that. I've been having conversation about this with people recently, and me living in Taiwan for such a long time, I became like that too. Now whenever I find something, however valuable that is, I'll just return it. Like, so this dude in how's it going, he finds these little quirks like this, like for example the honesty of Taiwanese people, and like he puts them out in a meme form just to inform you guys how amazing Taiwan is. Like me, there's another story that you probably forgot about, but like once there was a cell phone that got run over, and then you were chasing it, and that was,
yeah.
that was returned to you as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I dropped my cell phone on the ground. The car ran over it. Some other scooter rider picked it up, and then they left it in their scooter. And when I turned on the tracking, I found it, and I went to their apartment building, and they just left it in the front open pocket of the scooter, so anybody could take it. I found it. I went there. I picked it out of the pocket, and I had my cell phone back. And
he left it there for you so you can find it.
Yeah.
You tracked it on Google.
Yeah.
Where's my phone thing? Right?
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
Another thing is like just two things very quickly about this honesty of Taiwanese people, which is amazing, guys. Taiwanese are amazing people, one of the amazing people in the world, and this is one of the most amazing things in Taiwan, the people, right? I've bought like a brand new scooter. I was like, it was like 5,000 kilometers on it, right? And like I left it on. I mean, not the engine was actually turned off, but the lights were on and everything. And I went on a date actually with my wife as well. And then I realized in the middle of a dinner, hey, hang on about, where's the blimmin' key? And like, okay, so we got back there. It was like in the middle of the night in a little alley, and it was my motorbike there. All the lights on, everything, but nobody bothered with it. Everyone just left it like that. And like, I'm getting too comfortable with this, and what it is stupid of me, but what I'm doing now, like whenever I drive my car, right? Whenever I need to pop into a convenience store, I leave my car on, and I just go quickly, buy a bag of crisps or whatever I need, and just go back to the car and I leave it running outside, which is something you would never do in a lot of countries.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is something that I have to stop doing, by the way.
Especially when we go overseas, gotta stop doing this.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing, man. Let's move on. All right, next thing we're gonna talk about here is Taiwan Creators Club. All right, so this is something we've been doing for the last 10 months. Every 2 months we have a Creators Club. Just a couple days ago we had our most recent Creators Club, number 5. And so basically what Creators Club is a bunch of creators who get together every 2 months, and we chat, we network, we find collaborators, we find people who are into the same industry we are, and maybe we work together on something.
And we eat, right?
And we eat.
Yeah, that's
and we drink beer.
Okay.
Those are
I don't
3
drink
things.
beer.
I mean, we don't drink beer because we're driving, but you can drink beer. Anyway, so I always buy everybody a free beer who signs up to our mailing list beforehand, and
hey, we share the bill.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
We pay the bill. Right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we make sure that we buy everybody who signs up to the mailing list of beer. So if you're interested, we're going to leave a little link for you guys in the description of the YouTube video. If you're on Facebook, you can go to Taiwan Taster and you can find our most recent events there. Follow that page and we'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
But the event is basically a group of creators who come together. We talk about what we do. We get to meet each other. There's free food. There's free beer. So if you guys want to join us on our next one, come down and hang out. we have a couple of pictures up on our Facebook page.
That's
Which one?
right. Facebook, Taiwan Observer. If you go into the albums, there are a few pictures there, and you can have a look how it looked like. And actually, if you go now, if you go back on the wall, there is a video of people sharing their stories of what their projects are, what jobs they are doing.
All right.
But like as Vincent said, like as Mr. Mu said, the content creators need some kind of a union, like a trade union. So like this is kind of a thing that we do, like a little community for them to
to get to know each other and to hang out and collaborate, find more resources, and also not just do we have this club going on right now, but we also have a Facebook group, Taiwan Content Creators. So if you want to stay up to date with what's happening, you can also join us there.
Make sure you join that group. That's right.
Yeah. All right, moving on from this, let's talk about maybe a lot of creators now have to actually use this app or feel like they need to collaborate, especially you've seen a lot of TV shows using this app in particular to do their TV shows and stuff. But basically, Zoom, okay?
Yeah.
So a couple of months ago when the pandemic really kicked off, like maybe 9-10 months ago, almost a year now, people were starting to use this app called Zoom, and Zoom blew up, okay? And then the Taiwanese government advised people...
Nope, we don't want to use it.
Yeah, exactly. They advised people to not use this. Specifically, the government departments, they said, don't use this, and they encouraged schools and universities not to use it as well. So they were saying that there could be some sort of security issues because the app is actually run by a Chinese company, and they were worried about like infiltration of the network by the Chinese Communist government. And now recently there was in the U.S. one of the executives has been indicted, or they are investigating for specifically doctoring photos and trying to fake conversations between Tiananmen Square activists and other people around the world, trying to say, hey, look at these Tiananmen Square activists. They were going to have their vigil, like one of the get-togethers on Zoom for the 31st anniversary of this
very
Tiananmen Square,
terrible event.
Yeah. So what was happening with this Tiananmen Square event was one of the executives of Zoom actually doctored photos and doctored conversations and made fake accounts on Zoom, trying to impersonate these people to try and get them in trouble. And then he showed these images and stuff to the American branch and said, look at these guys. They're doing some nefarious, downright scoundrel-like stuff, and we can't stand for this, so you've got to kill their call. So they tried to get this. They tried to get these people banned and their get-together squashed. And then
what a Weasley move.
Yeah, what a Weasley move. And that really made me think, hey, Zoom was saying, oh no, we're separate, we're not with China, they've got nothing to do with them, the government won't be able to censor anything. But reports over the last few months have shown that they are willing to shut down activists' pages because the Chinese government asked them to. They are willing to listen in on calls, and they are willing to do like basically doctored and impersonating people to try and move their agenda forward. And that's quite scary. And so like if you are using Zoom, maybe you have a legitimate reason to use Zoom, and maybe you're working overseas with somebody and they use Zoom and you have to because that's how they want to communicate. Sure, fine. Most people are not going to be affected. But if you're doing some sort of activist activities online, or you're trying to stand up for something, particularly something that the CCP doesn't want people to stand up for, then you might have a little bit of an issue, right?
Yeah.
And I think that it was really smart for the Taiwanese government to say,
Yeah.
No, don't use it. And I
Well,
personally have not used Zoom for this exact reason because the government here told me, hey, don't use it. And generally, I trust the Taiwanese government
yeah.
when they tell me about security stuff, particularly when it comes to the CCP, because that's the
Yeah.
main threat we have here, right?
Yeah, then I just gonna quickly add few details. Like
Yeah.
very early in the pandemic, government that's what the Taiwanese government did, and like they quickly got on with their own uh, software, and they developed their own software so like Taiwanese government can use their own software instead of Zoom, instead of being reliant on Zoom. And the tricky thing about the Zoom is that they're actually California based, but the owner is well, I think was born in China, and he's got a lot of connections to China and Chinese government. And because of these connections, he is actually controlled by. I mean, he is one of or what people would call a puppet of the communist state of China. So like very early in the pandemic, I was very wary of this, and I was advocating against using this. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with it." But then, as it transpires now, obviously I wasn't wrong, and I'm not bigging myself up, but like I was always very cautious with this Zoom because just like with sorry TikTok, right? TikTok just took over so quickly and rapidly. So how come Zoom like all of a sudden out of nothing it just like is here everywhere? Why people are using it?
I think that the reason for
Mm,
that is because it's so damn accessible. Like you just need a
yeah,
link. You don't need a app. You don't need a login. You don't need anything. You just need a
that,
link. You click on it, you join, and
but
then
that's how the
it's
trap
browser.
works.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
That's
they pull you in, right?
yeah,
And they're like, hey,
that's the
come,
trap. That's the
free,
trap. So
free, whatever.
guys,
Like Facebook is like, hey, Facebook is free, and you think
yeah,
about it a
because
little bit.
Facebook as well, they gather your information as well,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
right.
So, but like if you have nothing to hide and you're not doing any criminal activities or anything like that, then feel free to use it. Then if you're on Zoom and if you're planning to, for example, do a demonstration in Shanghai, that probably would not be a very smart idea.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you're a Taiwan independence dog, you might
Yeah,
also
you
you
got
might also have some
might end
issues
up on the list.
on
So
the person the
yeah,
undesirable persons list.
ho ho, be careful.
Ho
Ho ho
ho
ho ho! Don't do that.
ho ho.
Yeah, Santa Claus
Hey.
is gonna make a little list about you. I might end up on a chubby Santa Clauses from Beijing's list. I don't think you would like that.
No, no,
That
that's not a
Santa
good
Claus
list to be
is a
on.
bit scary. Has to go beard because he can't have one. Sorry, she.
Oh, okay. Anyway, let's move on before we get ourselves on some sort of list. Okay. Last thing we're gonna talk about is a product that my
Yeah,
friend
it's
over here.
Taiwanese. It's Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Like genuinely Taiwanese. Okay,
Did
so
you look it up?
of course.
Oh, great.
I
Now
know
we
my
got some.
sources, man. I know my sources.
You got
Okay,
your
well,
sources.
okay, like we can say there was like this massive after 1949 when a lot of companies were running away from China, like for example, Tatong company, right? They moved from China here, and they were a Chinese company, but then it became Taiwanese.
Mm.
But this particular company that I'm talking about today is called Imei, and they actually started off in 1934 as still under Japanese colonial rule. Actually, in nowadays Dadaocheng in Taipei City, and they opened a shop. And among many different things, well, I mean, actually, what it started off as they started off as a company that was making pineapple cakes and mung bean cakes. Then after Second World War, they moved into more dairy products, and in 1980s they became like a big. They started to like do. They became a big bakery, and they started to supply big brands like McDonald's, Burger King, Mos Burger, KFC in buns, for example. Like so, they do many projects. They're like you can go to the shop, you can find all sorts of different things. Okay.
They've got
So
ice cream, they got breads,
exactly.
they got cookies,
You
they
name
got you name it, they make it. Basically,
Yeah.
they're a huge food conglomerate.
But well, I am focusing here in these observations with the boys thingy that we are doing here, which is very good, by the way. Like you have to watch it every time it comes out.
Yeah, I don't know why you haven't watched the first episode yet. Go and watch it now.
Yeah.
What?
So what I'm gonna be doing, guys, I'm gonna be like focusing on something that is very like classical, very like traditional, very authentic about Taiwan. So like I find these guys like something that I associate with Taiwan. So they come in few different. They come in few different flavors. So we've got this.
So
This
what
is
do we
my
have?
this is my favorite, almonds.
Almond. Okay.
Almond
Choco ball.
yeah, chocolate, like almonds coated in chocolate.
Yeah.
Then we have gummies, which
Gummies.
yeah, these are strawberry gummies, which I'm not very fond of. Like I probably like this. You like them more than I do.
I'm not a huge fan of the strawberry gummies, but I do like them. Yeah.
There is white chocolate strawberry gummies.
Actually, isn't that like yogurt covered strawberry gummies?
It might be actually.
No, it's white chocolate. No,
It is.
no,
It
it's
says white chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kyoto
Okay.
chocolate.
It's a white chocolate strawberry gummy. I've actually never had the white chocolate strawberry gummy. There's another, I think, yogurt covered raisin one that I
Oh, yeah?
used to eat when I was younger. Yeah.
There's this milk choco raisins. These are jumbo raisins. So these are actually healthy and nutritious, as opposed to this chemical concoction that Vincent is having there in his hand. There is normal choco balls, grape flavor. What are the
Yeah.
other flavors? Strawberries.
Strawberry, yeah, but this is one that I still eat to this day, and I've been eating it since I was a kid. So this is delicious.
I only used to eat them when I was drunk. So yeah.
No, but I ate them just because they were a good snack at school.
I see. Okay, and these almonds coated in chocolate. Yeah, these I eat often actually. I find myself going into a shop, and what I do, I pop them open, because there's often not enough time for me to have anything, and I think like if I have a little bit of sugar and it's something nutritious that almonds are, like that's gonna prop me up. So what I do, I basically get a whole packet of these, and I just shove it up my gob, like that.
Yeah, okay, give me a couple.
They're delicious.
Delicioso.
Who doesn't like them?
No, I like them, but I'm still trying to host a show. Having a mouthful of almond ain't gonna work for that. Anyway, one more time, guys. We got the grape choco ball. We got the
I'm gonna make my favorite thing.
milk choco raisins. We've got the white chocolate strawberry gummy balls, and we've got the milk chocolate covered strawberry gummy balls. And these are the almonds, the almond covered with chocolate. So yeah, delicious.
That's a good lunch replacement.
Lunch replacement. I wouldn't recommend you replace lunch.
No,
with
never
it.
follow whatever I say, right? In terms of diet, I'm terrible. I'm really gonna die at the age of 45. So like, yeah, I'm like seriously in terms of diet, don't listen to me, because like, who did the mooncake challenge?
You did. I would never do the mooncake challenge. So what happened with that mooncake challenge? You started to like shut down. Your body started to say no.
No.
Please give me some fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I got like terrible headaches. I got like really terrible headaches, and like I think it was the sugar overload. And like at some point my body just said no, don't have no more food.
All right. Anyway, guys, that has been our show here today. Another episode here of Observations with the
Boys.
Yeah, here on Taiwan Observer. Check out the channel on YouTube. Leave us a comment if you want to
spreading
talk
out,
about
guys.
anything.
YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, we're everywhere, guys. So like, yeah, make sure
So
that
come
you
hit us up. And if you want to join the Creators Club, go to Taiwan Content Creators or Taiwan Taster. All the new events will be there. Next one will be February, so keep an eye out for that. Free beer, free food. And also, guys, one last thing before we go. I wanted to let you guys know that we are planning on doing this series weekly. So Come back, hang out with us every single week. And if you haven't watched the first episode yet, what are you doing? Go and watch that. Listen to it.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah. Share this. What are you doing? You haven't shared it yet? You haven't smashed the like button yet?
Yeah.
Come on. Just do it.
Show
just
us
do
some
it.
love, man.
Yeah. Help us out. You know, it helps the algorithm, helps us, and we appreciate it. All right, guys. This has been Taiwan Observer with
Observations with the boys.
All right. Peace.
Bye.